Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the annual Bayou Region High School Sports Awards, brought to you by the Houma Courier and the Daily Comet, in partnership with Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center.
Whether your game is on the field or in the backyard, Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center will help keep you safe. Winning is your priority. Your safety is ours. With advanced concussion testing technology, prevention education, and sports nutrition counseling, we bring our A game. Because you can win it only if you're in it. Play it safe with Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center.
Talent will always be found. It doesn't matter where you play or where you're from. When you have talent, people will find you.
Some of the biggest names in the world of sports come together to honor the best high school athletes in the country. Alex Morgan, Katie Ledecky, Aaron Rodgers, Sue Bird, Shaquille O'Neal.
Now do you know my name? Yeah, you know, do you know my name? You know, my name is Fire, Fury, Power. My name is Legend. Yeah, you know, do you know my name? Let's go. My name is Legend.
It's a celebration of athletic excellence from those who know it best. Here are your hosts, Heisman Trophy winner and ESPN analyst Desmond Howard, and the host of NFL Live and SEC Nation, Laura Rutledge.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the show. Tonight we get to celebrate one of the most passionate and exciting groups in all of sports, the high school athlete.
That's right, Laura. An incredible list of all-star talent has signed on to help recognize these amazing men and women. We're talking Aaron Rodgers, Alex Morgan, Chipper Jones, Sue Bird, Katie Ledecky, and the big man himself, Shaquille O'Neal.
I love it. You know, I actually think it's illegal these days to have a sports award without Shaq in it.
I think you're right.
So I'm glad he's on board for our show tonight.
Of course, and the Diesel has something in common with everyone else on this show. At one point or another, we all went to high school.
True, and while the time since high school has been a while, for some more than others, we all still remember the hopes and dreams and even the challenges of that memorable time in our lives.
And tonight, we all return to high school to cover a lot of sports and give out a lot of awards. If two people showed up to cheer for it, and those two people were your parents, we're celebrating it tonight.
So ditch the backpacks and summer reading lists and forget about that pop quiz you bombed in third period French last semester. It's time to celebrate some of the best high school athletes in the area.
Of course, none of this will be possible without the generous support of our sponsors.
And you can't have a celebration this big without a little flexing going on. That's why we have sports broadcaster Abby Labar keeping an eye on the land of the humble brag.
Thanks, Laura. And speaking of bragging, we know you love to, and we love to see it. So tag us in your social posts, share photos and videos from your own celebrations using tonight's hashtags. Posts on Instagram or Twitter will be shown on the social media feed on the show website. Okay, so we know every award show needs a red carpet, and lucky for us, two former college football players agreed to host ours tonight. If you don't know them as football players, well, you probably know them better from another little gig they had. The Bachelorette and The Bachelor, my friends Tyler Cameron and Matt James.
Thanks, Abby. Matt and I are so excited to be here. We got out, got dressed up, and stepped into our freshest kicks to walk the red carpet.
Wait, are those my shoes?
Bro, you put them in my closet. I'm wearing them now.
Tonight we get a chance to salute some show-out high school athletes. So who's handing out the roses? I mean the awards tonight.
Careful now. We talked about this and we let that go. We were playing sports long before our bachelor days, so we know how exciting this must be for you.
But tonight's not about us. It's about the athletes of today, the records they're breaking, the bars they're raising, and the names we'll be reading and remembering in the future.
So whether or not you win tonight, just know you've already proven to be a top athlete. So congratulations, this red carpet is all for you.
Thanks, guys. I don't know about you, Desmond, but I'm ready to start giving these kids some of their hard-earned awards.
Hey, let's do it. We're going to kick things off in the pool. Here to help us dive right in is one of the most decorated female swimmers in U.S. history, the legendary Katie Ledecky.
Katie Ledecky burst on the competitive swimming scene at 15 years old. At the London Olympics, she took home the gold and the first of many Olympic medals. She's added 4 more golds, 15 world championships, 2 NCAA titles, and a whole bunch of freestyle world records. The recent Stanford grad is back in the pool, training for Tokyo.
Hey everybody, Katie Ledecky talking to all you swimmers and divers out there. I know a lot of the world puts us all together in one big group because we spend half of our time in the pool and the other half of the time trying to get chlorine out of our hair. But we are a very diverse group. Divers launch themselves off of boards and platforms of varying heights, and swimmers employ a bunch of different strokes and distances, each with its own unique demands. That's why I'm here. So I can speak to all of you individuals and tell you the key to success in your water world is to always, always, always keep moving forward. Except, of course, anyone who competes in backstroke or performs back dives. That advice would be very bad for you. You guys keep going backward. That sounded weird. I'm gonna go back in the pool. I'll leave all you divers to your diving and your backstrokers to your backstroking. I'll see you later. Here are the honorees for the Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Female Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Elizabeth Benoit of E.D. White Catholic High School.
E.D. White Catholic High School won its 8th consecutive state title, and freshman Elizabeth Benoit was its catalyst. She won an individual state title in the 500-yard freestyle and nearly won the 100 fly as well, placing second. She will be a staple of the Bayou swimming scene for years to come.
Congratulations, Elizabeth. Here are the honorees for the Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Male Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Jacques Rathley of E.D. White Catholic High School.
Jacques Rathley set 4 Division III and Composite State Louisiana records in the final race of his E.D. White Catholic career. Rathley owns a pair of individual records in the 200-yard individual medley and the 100 breaststroke, and was also part of record-setting 200-yard IM and 400 free relay teams. He was named the Division III Most Outstanding Swimmer for the 4th consecutive year. Rathley is signed to swim at Auburn in 2021.
Congratulations, Jacques.
If you had to name the sport that most pro athletes choose to play when they're not at their paying gig, it would have to be golf. It doesn't mean they're good at it, but it doesn't mean they're as bad as Charles Barkley either. But we decided to tap someone who makes their living driving for show and putting for dough. Here's Ryan Palmer with the Golf Awards.
4-time champion Ryan Palmer is no stranger to success. On the PGA Tour, where every week is a battle of attrition, he's taken home 4 tour victories, 11 runners-up, 67 top 10 finishes, including 2 in the majors.
Hey all you golfers out there. PGA Tour winner Ryan Palmer here to hand out the Golf Awards. But before I do, I want to point out something about golf compared to other sports. Listen, I get it. There's no buzzer beating golf. No one is throwing the ball 100 miles an hour at you, and no one is going to smash into you at the top of your swing and throw you to the ground. That's all true, but there's something awesome about golf that you can't find in a lot of other sports. If you've got a couple of hours to spare, you can play on the same courses that Tiger, Phil, myself, Annika and MB, or even Rory and DJ play on. Try shooting hoops with your friends at Madison Square Garden, or play 9 innings at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Let's hear it for the game of golf, where legendary venues are open to all. Here are your honorees for the Female Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Female Golfer of the Year is Hallie Plaisance of Central Lafourche High School.
Hallie Plaisance finished 7th overall at the LHSAA Division I Girls State Championships held in Lafayette. She finished with a 2-day score of 168 and also shot 7 over par 80 to win the district title at the Chick-fil-A Cup Championship.
Congratulations, Hallie. Here are your honorees for the Male Golfer of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Male Golfer of the Year is
Terrebonne golfer Justin Dufresne won the 2021 Chick-fil-A Cup Championship with a 1 over par 73. He added a 2-day total of 155 at the LHSAA Division I Boys State Championships held at the Wetlands in Lafayette. He opened with a first round 73 and closed with a day 2 score of 82 to finish 29th overall.
Congratulations, Justin.
Carrie Walsh Jennings here. Stick around. Volleyball's coming up soon.
Are you guys hungry?
Yeah.
All right, let's get some apps.
Let's do it.
It's as easy as that. Let us refill for you.
There you go, guys.
Wow, that was so fast. Thank you so much.
All right, cheers, guys.
Hey, I'll be right back. Okay.
No one likes waiting in long lines or missing the big moments.
Did I miss anything? No. That was quick. I know, right?
You want a beer? Yeah.
We're making it easier for you to get back to what you love without missing a single minute. Refill.
Did I miss anything?
A lot of sports have similar concepts and equipment, boundaries, balls, and scoreboards, name a few. But there are two that make use of sand. One is golf, where it's to be avoided, and the other is beach volleyball, where it's embraced in all its gritty glory. Here to lend a hand with our volleyball awards is someone who knows achieving greatness is no day at the beach, Carrie Walsh Jennings.
Carrie Walsh Jennings, also known as 6 Feet of Sunshine, is covered in Olympic gold. The 42-year-old SoCal standout is the most decorated beach volleyball player in Olympic history. She and her former teammate Misty May Trainer won 3 gold medals and 5 world championships, earning the title the greatest beach volleyball team of all time.
Hey everybody, Carrie Walsh Jennings here. I know this looks like a volleyball, but in reality, it's a ticket to your future. Because the lessons you learn hitting this sucker around will come in handy down the road. Things like teamwork, determination, goal setting. You're going to need all of those skills. And then, there are the friends you make with this. Ones you'll have for the rest of your life. Priceless. So don't think of it as just a volleyball. Think of it as your secret weapon for success. Here are your honorees for the Female Volleyball Player of the Year. And the finalists are And the Bayou Region Volleyball Player of the Year is Katie Becknell of E.D. White Catholic High School.
Katie Becknell takes home the Bayou Region's top volleyball award after leading E.D. White Catholic to the state semifinals in a 21-8 record. This senior libero was named the defensive MVP of District 7-3 and MVP of the Louisiana High School Coaches Association LHSAA All-Star Volleyball Game. Becknell is signed to play at Nicholls State University next year.
Congratulations, Katie.
There are some athletes today who have been so dominant, you only have to say their first name for everyone to know who you're talking about. They become celebrities, giants of their sport.
That's right. Our next presenter was an athlete like that during her long career. She made her mark as a teenager, practically ruled at Wimbledon, and was still taking home major titles at the age of 49. The name Navratilova will be in the record books for years to come. But for so many of us, all you have to say is Martina.
Martina Navratilova is one of the most dominant players to ever swing a racket. Born in the former Czechoslovakia, the former world #1, claimed 18 Grand Slam singles titles, added to her 31 doubles and 10 mixed doubles. 59 major titles are the most by any player, male or female, in the Open era.
Hey everybody, Martina Navratilova here, to tell you that you picked a great sport to play in high school, because it's a sport that you can play your whole life. I mean, look at me. I'm still out there on the court all the time, playing for hours, and I'm like 60. Never mind, you can see by my hair how old I am. My hair is thinning, but anyway, I don't know why I did that. Because you guys can just Google my name and kind of figure out how old I am and then Instagram me about it, whatever. Anyway, all the effort that you are putting in now, it can pay dividends well past your competitive playing days. Remember, you can love other sports, but tennis is the only sport where love is literally part of the game. Here are the honorees for the Female Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Female Tennis Player of the Year is Mackenzie Vordick of H.L. Bourgeois High School.
After a dominating senior year, Mackenzie Vordick finished the regular season with a 19-0 record and went 10-0 against district opponents in singles play. She advanced to the first round of the LHSAA Division I state tournament. She is signed to continue her career at Millsaps College.
Congratulations, Mackenzie. Here are the honorees for the Male Tennis Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Male Tennis Player of the Year is Charles Trey Bork of Vanderbilt Catholic High School.
Charles Bork had a strong showing at the Division II state tennis tournament, advancing to the semifinals in singles play. He went 5-1 overall in singles during the regular season and won the regional championship for Vanderbilt.
Congratulations, Trey.
Bruce Springsteen once topped the charts with his iconic album, Born to Run. But for this ultra-marathon man, those aren't words that you sing. Those are words you live by. Presenting the awards for cross country, Dean Karnazes.
Dean Karnazes, the legendary Badwater Ultramarathon champion, running 135 miles through Death Valley in 124-degree heat. He later ran a marathon at the South Pole. This superhuman and best-selling author has run 50 marathons in 50 states in 50 days.
Hey guys, Dean Karnazes here to talk a little cross country. But first, a quick confession. I only ran cross country as a freshman in high school. Our team won the state championships and I figured that I couldn't top that, so I stopped running. Until later in life. Now I've raced and competed on all 7 continents. But enough about me. This is about you guys, the best cross-country runners from across the country. Here are the honorees for the Female Cross Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Female Cross Country Runner of the Year is Ella Chestnut of Vanderbilt Catholic High School.
Vanderbilt Catholic's Ella Chestnut led the Terriers to a three-peat performance as Class 4A state champions. The junior runner took home the gold medal individually, finishing as the only competitor to break the 19-minute mark with a time of 18 minutes, 51.4 seconds. Chestnut will be a favorite to repeat as Vanderbilt looks to make it a 4-year state finals sweep in 2021.
Congratulations, Ella. Here are the honorees for the Male Cross Country Runner of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Male Cross Country Runner of the Year is Braden Methvin of E.D. White Catholic High School.
With a strong senior performance, Braden Methvin takes the crown as Bayou, Louisiana's top boys cross-country runner for 2020. The E.D. White Catholic standout helped the Cardinals to their second consecutive Class 3A team championship while placing runner-up individually. His finishing time of 15 minutes, 29.6 seconds made him one of just 4 3A competitors to crack the 16-minute mark. Methvin will continue his long-distance racing career at Mississippi College in the fall.
Congratulations, Braden.
We have loved seeing how you are celebrating. Thank you for posting and letting us celebrate with you. Keep posting on Instagram and Twitter using the hashtags for a chance to win an autographed gift from one of our featured guests tonight. Now let's hear from some honorees with our friends, Matt and Tyler.
Thanks, Abby. One thing you could say about us athletes is some of us tend to be a little superstitious.
Some eat the same thing before every game, some listen to the same music, some people even wear the same socks for every game for years.
Really? Bro, those Sam's Club socks?
Come on, bro.
The thick cotton ones?
I know, but we had socks from our school. You wouldn't wear them. You would stink up the whole place because you wouldn't even wash them. You'd forget to wash them. You still do that same thing in my apartment.
In any case, we want to hear from some of the greats. Let's see what they've done to lock in the wins.
I think I used to have like a ton of rituals. Well, I'm a pitcher, and so we're kind of known for being a little different.
I had my special hair ties. I would have to shower before every competition.
I've always had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before I played.
I pretty much just put on my right sock before my left sock, my left shoe before my right shoe. I never touched the lines. I always warmed up 27 minutes before game time.
But my one, I guess, like pregame ritual would be that I always pass with one particular teammate, Lauren Meyer.
I didn't have any rituals or lucky anything, and I tried to stay away from those things because luck scares me.
There are some things in certain playlists that might last an entire season, or you might listen to a certain playlist that you made and lose or have a bad game, and that thing gets erased pretty quickly.
I do 3 claps on the blocks, typically before I start my race.
Like if I do something before a workout, before a competition, and I notice that I had a good day, I now have to do said thing until the meet is done.
Obviously all rituals are a mental thing, but they were a big part of my preparation.
Kind of like Dumbo's feather. Like you don't need the feather to fly. You have it within you.
30 minutes before game time, yeah, it's embarrassing. 4 chocolate chip cookies and an orange Powerade.
Well, that certainly was educational. Whatever it takes, right?
Yeah.
What about you, Desmond? I would think a Heisman Trophy winner would have some good pregame rituals. Did you do anything?
Yeah, you know, it's pretty silly and goofy, but I used to put everything on in the same particular order. No matter if we're home or away, like the right sock and the left sock. You know, it's just, I know it's ridiculous. I do it now, even when I put on my suit.
So you put your suit on in that particular order that you used to put your uniform on today? That's what you did?
Absolutely.
Well, that's what I like to hear. All right, that was very good. So moving on, let's get to our next set of awards.
You can't have a high school sports awards show without showing some love to all the bands out there.
Yes, they inspire their teams, energize their fans, and are as vital to high school athletics as uniforms and sports streaks. The Best Band Fan Favorite Award is voted on by the community and gives us a chance to give it up for the bands. Here are your honorees. Here are your finalists. And the winner is...
The South Lafourche directors and the community have created a family culture through music and everyday life lessons. Every person is part of the team, and that makes the band the well-oiled machine it has become. Leadership, responsibility, teamwork, love, and compassion have helped mold this band into a top 5 program. It's a beautiful thing to see when all that hard work comes together in the stands of a Friday night football game or bright and early Saturday morning at the band festival.
Congratulations, great job.
Okay, let's be honest. I'm never going to suit up in a goalie gear and stand in front of a 100-mile-an-hour slap shot or block Shaq's shot. But I have put on a pair of tri-colored rented shoes and rode the ball down a greased lane with some friends. So with the help of legendary Chris Barnes, let's go bowling, man.
Chris Barnes, the Kansas native, has claimed 19 PBA Tour titles during his 20-plus year bowling career. This 2018 PBA Hall of Fame inductee has rolled 55 perfect games and is the only bowler in history to win Collegiate Player of the Year, the PBA Rookie of the Year, PBA Player of the Year, World Cup Champion, and the World Singles Gold Medal.
Hey everybody, Chris Barnes here to give a much-deserved shout-out to my fellow bowlers. For some reason, bowling doesn't seem to get as much love out there in the world as some other high school sports. I, for one, can't think of a single reason why that would be. As the fastest-growing high school sport in America, it seems times are changing. In our sport where perfection is an attainable goal, an accomplished bowler will always have a keen eye, laser-like attention to detail, and they'll have to make all parts of their game work together to be in absolute harmony with their surroundings, just like an athlete in any other sport. So I'm not sure why there is often this subtle lack of respect for bowling out there in the media. Maybe it's the shoes? But at least we don't have referees, right? Here are your honorees for the Female Bowler of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Female Bowler of the Year is
Yasmin Terrio of South Terrebonne High School. Yasmin Terrio capped off a stellar junior season with an 8th place finish at the LHSAA State Girls Singles Tournament. She had 2 scores over 200, including a 222, and finished with a 769 total. She also set a new school record with a 192 average.
Congratulations! And now for the guys' lane. Here are your honorees for the Male Bowler of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Male Bowler of the Year is
Connor Dominga of Central Lafourche High School. Connor Dominga proved he was the area's best this season when he won the LHSAA State Singles Championship. In 4 games, he rolled off scores of 264 and 258, finishing with a total of 994 points overall and a stellar 248 average.
Congratulations, Connor.
When you're on the track, you know records are made to be broken. And legends can be made in a fraction of a second. That's why you always have to come with your best. You never know when it's your time to make your mark and when the world is watching.
And the world definitely watched our next presenter. He remains the only man to win gold in the 200 and 400 at the same Olympics, the one and only legendary sprinter Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson. This Texan dominated sprinting for most of the 90s. Of his 16 major international medals, not a single one isn't gold. After becoming the first and only man to defend an Olympic 400-meter title in Sydney, and to this day, the U.S. records in the 200, 300, and 400 meters still bear his name.
Hey everybody, Michael Johnson here to help celebrate the amazing achievements of the athletes from the friendliest sport there is, track and field. I know all those other sports will be mad that I said that, but think about it. When most sports have teams come together to compete, they call it a game. Some call it a match. But when we compete, where do we do it? At a meet. You can't get much more friendly than a meet as far as competition goes. Speaking of which, it's time to meet our honorees. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Female Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Emery Prentice of Vanderbilt Catholic High School.
Emery Prentice reached for the stars and won the Class 4A state championship in the triple jump and pole vault. She set a new Class 4A record in the pole vault, breaking a previous mark set by former Vanderbilt pole vaulter Rachel Lauren in 2008. Prentice also helped Vanderbilt win its first outdoor state team championship.
Congratulations, Emery. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Male Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Braden Methvin of E.D. White Catholic High School.
From the cross-country trails to the track, Braden Methvin continued his senior season of dominance in the spring. Gearing up to compete in both sports at the next level, he raced to wins in both the 1,600 and 3,200-meter distance events at the Class 3A state meet. Those points helped E.D. White score a top 6 finish as a team.
Congratulations, Braden. Now let's head to the indoor track. Here are your honorees for the Female Indoor Track Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Female Indoor Track and Field Athlete of the Year is Bryn Kelso of Vanderbilt Catholic High School.
It wouldn't be a Bayou area running list without Bryn Kelso's name featured prominently. The Vanderbilt Catholic star capped her sophomore season by finishing second among all Division I runners in both the 800 and the 1600 at Louisiana's state championship. The elite distance runner picked up an impressive win in the 800 at the Terrier Relays this year and is also one of the better cross-country runners in the state.
Congratulations, Bryn. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Indoor Track Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Male Indoor Track Athlete of the Year is also Braden Methvin of E.D. White High School.
Whether it's indoor or outdoor, Braden Methvin is well accustomed to finishing at the front of the pack. The E.D. White Catholic High School senior won a state championship in the 3,200-meter run and added a second-place finish in the 1,600. Methvin is also an accomplished cross-country runner and is committed to run for Mississippi College in 2021.
Congratulations, Braden. Indoor and outdoor domination.
It is called the beautiful game. And we're 3.5 billion soccer fans, that's right, billion with a B, around the world. I think you have a hard time arguing with that description.
Just like no one can argue that Alex Morgan is one of the most accomplished players, man or woman, in the history of the U.S. national team, and the perfect choice to present our soccer award.
When Alex Morgan steps on the pitch, it is game on. With a knack for late-game heroics, Morgan's goal in extra time in the semifinals of the London Olympics helped propel the U.S. to gold. She would go on to win the World Cup in 2014 and 19. Soccer, presented by Tim Soignier.
Hey everybody, Alex Morgan here. I've been so fortunate with all the things I've been able to do thanks to soccer. And you might be looking wide-eyed at that list of accomplishments, so it might surprise you to know that in this interaction we are having right now, I'm the envious one. I'm not kidding, because you guys are in or just finished high school, and I absolutely loved my time in high school. It was Dunbar High School in Southern California. Go Brahmas! Our colors were purple and gold, and our cheer was loud and proud. Yeah, that stuff stays with you. I'm envious because high school is special. You guys have your whole life ahead of you, which is scary, but also really exciting at the same time. So congrats on all your accolades, and just try to really enjoy the ride. Your older self will thank you, trust me. Here are your honorees for the Female Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Female Soccer Player of the Year is Sarah Boudreau of Vanderbilt Catholic High School.
Sarah Boudreau is the Bayou Region's top girls soccer player, the latest honor for the Vanderbilt Catholic defender, after she patrolled the Lady Terriers back line en route to the Division II semifinals. Boudreau was named the District 5-2 Defensive MVP, in addition to making the All-District team, and the standout senior added 6 goals offensively this season.
Congratulations, Sarah. And now for the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Soccer Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Male Soccer Player of the Year is Emerson Estrada of South Terrebonne High School.
After leading South Terrebonne to the Division II quarterfinals this past season, Emerson Estrada is the Bayou Region Boys Soccer Player of the Year. The junior striker scored more than 50 goals this season, including a hat trick and a 4-0 win during the regional playoffs.
Congratulations, Emerson.
Hey guys, it's Aaron Rodgers, and I'll be handing off some football awards in just a bit. Maybe I'll be saying your name, so stick around to find out.
Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute is recognized for outstanding service and contributions to Terrebonne Parish. We provide a certified athletic trainer to every Terrebonne Parish high school. We also provide concussion baseline testing to over 1,400 student athletes annually, along with CPR and AED certification to over 500 area coaches at both the schools and the recreation departments. We are proud to be your trusted resource in keeping our community safe. Visit tghealthsystem.com.
Now, Laurie, you know they say defense wins championships. I know you won't get any argument about that from our next presenter. But even if you did, I'm pretty sure you'd let him win that argument.
Yeah, I'd sure stay out of his way. Also, those people haven't met you. But anyway, here to present the Defensive Football Player of the Year is TJ Watt.
TJ Watt, the youngest in an NFL family dynasty, was drafted in the first round by the Steelers in 2017 and became the first rookie to start at linebacker for the Black and Gold in more than 30 years. He has earned 3 Pro Bowl selections, led the league in sacks in 2020, and is a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year finalist.
Hey everybody, it's TJ Watt, giving some much-deserved props to the defenders out there. We all know that the offense is the one everybody likes to talk about and read about during the season. But over the long haul, history looks back kindly on those who defend. Think about it. The heroes of the Alamo, they were defenders. The iconic and beloved lawyer Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird, defender. Even one of the early super popular video games back in the 80s was called, you guessed it, Defender. And how do you describe a talented player on the other side of the ball? You call them offensive, like a bad smell or a horrendous outfit, like that uncle who always jokes weirdly at Christmas. So keep doing what you're doing out there on the field. People may go nuts for the quarterbacks today, but they'll always remember you defenders for years to come. Here are your honorees for the Defensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Defensive Football Player of the Year is Savion Jones of St. James High School.
Before he heads off to LSU next year, St. James High School stud Savion Jones takes home the Bayou, Louisiana Award for Top Defensive Football Player. Jones, a 4-star defensive end who was recruited heavily by some of college football's biggest programs before signing with Coach Ed Ogeron's Tigers, wrapped up his prep career with 69 tackles, including a whopping 18 for loss. His 7 sacks led a formidable defense that helped St. James advance to the Class 3A semifinals.
Congratulations, Savion.
A big thanks to TJ Watt for helping us out with the defense. And before we move on to offense, I was thinking, Desmond, if I could get you, TJ, and our next presenter on my flag football team, I could go ahead and just plan the victory dinner before the season even started.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, man, I love to run routes for this guy. His accuracy and creativity as a signal caller make him a receiver's dream.
So more on my flag football team later, but he is one of the best and has certainly carved out a place for his name in the record books. Here to present is legendary quarterback Aaron Rodgers.
Super Bowl champion Aaron Rodgers holds the league's lowest career interception percentage and the highest single-season passer rating in history. The 9-time Pro Bowl selection was also named the NFL's most valuable player last season, the 3rd MVP trophy of his illustrious career.
Hey everybody, Aaron Rodgers here to hand out some awards to incredibly deserving high school football players. Of course, that got me thinking about all the things I love about our sport. One of the most underrated aspects of football, the terminology. I mean, we got the blitz, the bomb, the sack, wild card. We spike, we trap, we fly, we Hail Mary from time to time. Those are fun. No offense to other sports, but while they dribble or bunt, we hit the hole and shoot the gap. They can't stand tall with the Statue of Liberty or transform a turnover into a touchdown with the fumble-rooski. So what do you say? We get in victory formation as we salute some amazing athletes from the gridiron. Here are the honorees for the Offensive Football Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Offensive Football Player of the Year is Jalen Lucas of Terrebonne High School.
Jalen Lucas was a dynamic playmaker for Terrebonne High. He was named to Louisiana's 5A All-State team and the Bayou Region All-District team as a kick returner. It was named second team All-District at running back. He finished with 1,004 all-purpose yards and 15 total touchdowns and ranks as one of the Bayou Region's top recruits entering next season.
Congrats, Jalen.
Imagine for a moment what it would be like to go through your day carrying around something that weighs the same as you do. Now imagine that weight isn't playing nice and is fighting you the whole time. It would get pretty exhausting pretty fast. Welcome to the life of a wrestler. And here to help us award some other athletes doing the heavy lifting, freestyle Olympic champion Kyle Snyder.
Kyle Snyder, aka Captain America, in 2016 became the youngest Olympic gold medalist and world champion in American wrestling history. He helped Team USA win its first world championship in more than 20 years. He'll be repping the red, white, and blue again when he attempts to defend his freestyle Olympic gold in Tokyo.
Hey everybody, Kyle Snyder here. If you want to have a long and successful wrestling career, you have to embrace a concept that is foreign to most Americans. I'm talking about kilograms. That measure of weight that school children and the rest of the world use with ease but adults in the U.S. can't seem to wrap their heads around. So if you already have a handle on it, you're ahead of the game. It's kind of like learning the language of your opponents. Let's see some of the outstanding student athletes in powerlifting. Here are your honorees for the Female Powerlifter of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Female Powerlifter of the Year is Emma Broussard of South Terrebonne High School.
Emma Broussard is the Bayou Region Girls Powerlifter of the Year after a phenomenal season that concluded with her earning Division II Heavyweight Platform MVP honors at the state meet. Broussard captured an individual state title with 860 pounds in the 181-pound class, helping South Terrebonne to a third-place finish as a team.
Congratulations, Emma. And now for the guys. Here are your honorees for the Male Powerlifter of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Male Powerlifter of the Year is Hunter Becknell of E.D. White Catholic High School.
A multi-sport star for E.D. White, Hunter Becknell became the program's first ever powerlifting state champion this past season. The senior standout captured Division III lightweight platform MVP honors with a 1,390-pound effort in the 165-pound weight class. Thanks to Becknell's efforts, the Cardinals earned 5th place overall at the Division III state meet.
Congratulations, Hunter.
We all have that person we look to for inspiration, that drives us to be better, that in turn helps us become an example for somebody else.
And the cycle keeps repeating. Let's take a moment to hear about some of the people who've inspired athletes at every level.
Hey guys, we're back. So let's talk about role models.
Being that person who inspires others is what it's all about. It's one of the main reasons why we started ABC Food Tours, to share experiences, become mentors, and help kids in our communities.
I mean, it's one of my favorite things we do. Give back to the kids, have fun with them, learn from them, teach them a little bit. Nothing better.
Yeah, it's been super rewarding. You know, it's a lot of the lessons that I thought that I'd be teaching these kids is what I've learned from
them.
Exactly.
Yeah, so mentoring, you learn a lot by giving, but you also learn a lot by receiving.
Exactly.
Even the pros have role models. Let's hear who inspired them and who they looked up to.
My role model was Lisa Fernandez. Her standard of excellence was so high.
Peekaboo Street was mine, and without her, you know, I don't know if I would be where I am, so I'm very, very grateful to her.
My role model is Alex Morgan.
My parents inspire me because they raised 3 strong daughters.
My role model growing up was Cal Ripken. He was the all-around player. He was the Rookie of the Year. He was an MVP. He was a world champion. All things that I wanted to accomplish in my career.
My fiance Megan is also a little bit of my role model, just to see how she carries herself. I have a front row seat to it.
I tried to change it to a real model.
I look up to people who are authentic.
You know, I always tell kids it's good to admire somebody. If you like what they do, steal it.
My role model are my parents and siblings.
My role model is my father.
Both of my parents, going back from day one, driving us all around, both of my brothers and I.
My older brother was a great athlete, and I was always chasing after him.
I think the memory of my mom, because she was always so kind and so smart.
The military and their effect they had on me in my rehab.
You hope that as an athlete you can have a positive impact on the community, and there's ways you do it vocally, through social media today, and most importantly through action in the communities.
And so to potentially be that for somebody else obviously is an amazing feeling.
Softball might be the most misnamed sport there is. First off, the ball isn't soft at all. Just ask anyone who's ever been hit by one. Secondly, pitchers routinely hurl it over 70 miles an hour, standing only 43 feet from home plate. So don't confuse softball for being soft. To present our next set of awards, here's legendary pitcher Jennie Finch.
An icon of the diamond, Jennie Finch caught the nation's attention pitching the University of Arizona to a national championship in 2001. 3 years later, she was on the world stage, helping lead Team USA to the gold medal at the Athens Olympics. She would later collect a silver medal in Beijing and go on to boast an outstanding pro career on her way to the National Softball Hall of Fame. Softball, presented by Trapp Chevrolet.
Hey everybody, Jennie Finch here with a question for all you softball players out there. Why can't they make a great sports movie about women's softball? Is it really that hard? I mean, our smaller sphered cousin baseball has tons of them. Sure, there is that comedy All-Stars, but that's really more about the parents than it is about the players. Even A League of Their Own is about women's baseball, where there is no crying, not softball. It makes no sense. Our sport provides plenty of drama. I don't know about you, but I've met some unforgettable characters in and around the diamond. And you have a built-in audience dying to see their sport up on the silver screen. So for any of you softball players out there with a mile-wide creative streak, start gathering some fun stories, start putting together some characters, and getting them down on paper. And let's see if we can make a movie about the greatest sport in the world, softball. And while we wait for that, let's give out some awards. Here are your honorees for the Softball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Softball Player of the Year is Destiny Pierce of Homa Christian School.
When Homa Christian School's softball team needed a big play, one of the key players they counted on was freshman Destiny Pierce, who stood out as a pitcher, catcher, and second baseman. She had 9 home runs, 28 RBIs, and a .524 batting average. She also had 91 strikeouts and a 2.70 ERA as a pitcher. She helped Homa Christian win District 7 2A and make the Division III state quarterfinals.
Congratulations, Destiny.
In 1936, Major League Baseball became the first professional sport in North America to establish a Hall of Fame as a way to remember the greats of the game from every generation. Induction to the Hall is seen as the highest honor of an extraordinary player's remarkable career. To present our baseball awards is first ballot Hall of Famer Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones was selected by the Atlanta Braves as the #1 overall pick in 1990 and went on to become a mainstay in a Braves dynasty that claimed 11 consecutive division crowns and a World Series title. He captured 2 Silver Slugger awards and was the National League MVP in 1999. Baseball, presented by Trapp Chevrolet.
Hey everybody, can't tell you how proud I am to be a part of this presentation to all you hardworking baseball players out there. I also want to say how impressed I am at all the stats you guys use these days. Y'all have a measure for everything. When I was playing, we didn't talk much about range factors or wins above replacement or bequeath runner scored. Heck, we didn't even know what bequeath was. The only time we ever talked about launch angle was if we happened to see the space shuttle taking off. And exit velocity was how fast the fans left after big loss. But by embracing all the statistical analysis, you're getting new insights into this great game. You're also probably getting a lot better scores on your math tests, so keep up the good work. And don't let your BABIP affect your WOBA, whatever that means. Here are your honorees for the Baseball Player of the Year. And the finalists are and the Bayou Region Baseball Player of the Year is Hunter Portia of Vanderbilt Catholic High School.
Hunter Portia was a key member of Vanderbilt's Division II state semifinalist baseball team as an outfielder. He had a .425 batting average with 5 home runs, 45 RBIs, and 27 stolen bases. He is signed to play college baseball at LSU Eunice.
Congratulations, Hunter.
Many of the athletes featured tonight will continue their athletic careers in college.
But our next presenter's talents were so prodigious that the professional leagues couldn't wait. To hand out our basketball awards, we have the big ticket himself, Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett, dubbed Mr. Basketball USA in 1995, was the first player drafted by the NBA straight out of high school in more than 20 years. This 15-time All-Star earned MVP and Defensive Player of the Year honors and an Olympic gold medal. Here he is, the big ticket himself. Basketball, presented by Shockwave Electric.
Hey, KG here. I know all you girls and guys have worked really hard in high school. Have totally earned all the props and recognition you're getting. But no matter how long you play this game, know one thing, they will never teach you at any point along the way is how to give out awards. I tell you right now, it's not easy. It's great that our country is a melting pot and we have people from all over. But that also means that the names can be pronounced a million different ways. So be kind to the big ticket, if you will. If I accidentally mispronounce your name or if I don't get your name right perfectly, I mean, no disrespect. I have just seen these winners' names and I'm gonna try my best, okay? So let's get to it. Here are some honorees for the Female Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are in the Bayou region, Female Basketball Player of the Year is Jamia Singleton of Ellender High School.
Jamia Singleton is the Bayou region's top girls basketball player after a breakout sophomore season in which the 5'1" point guard averaged 16 points per game for Ellender High School. It was a trying season for Singleton and her teammates as their legendary coach, 5-time state champion Kenneth Dixon, died in March at the age of 70. Singleton and her teammates rallied together to finish the season in Dixon's honor.
Congratulations to me. And now for the ballers on the guys' side. Here are your honorees for the Male Basketball Player of the Year. And the finalists are in the Bayou region, Male Basketball Player of the Year is DeAndre Thomas of Ellender High School.
DeAndre Thomas is the Bayou Region's Boys Basketball Player of the Year after leading Ellender to the Class 4A quarterfinals this past season. The 6'8" junior phenom racked up 31 points, 16 rebounds, and 6 block shots in a regional final win, and Thomas averaged a double-double per game with better than 23 points and 12 rebounds per contest.
Congratulations, DeAndre.
Hi everyone, I'm Stan Gravois, and on behalf of Terrebonne General Health System, it's my pleasure to tell you about the Community Sports Institute Courage Award. This award recognizes a student who is not only a great athlete, but someone who has overcome challenges and adversity. We hope that the 2021 Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute Courage Award winner will not only get their well-deserved time in the spotlight, but perhaps their example will inspire many more to have the courage to face and overcome their own obstacles.
Courage means getting up after you've been knocked down. Failure is refusing to get up. Courage is getting up and doing something about it.
Courage means being uncomfortable and being okay with that.
Be willing to take a chance and maybe go against the flow.
To put yourself on the line for something.
I was always taught that courage means doing the right thing when no one's looking.
Courage means stepping out of your comfort zone.
Courage means you're fearless.
Courage means facing your fears and saying, I'm not scared of you.
Courage means doing the right thing all the time, not just when people are watching.
Courage can mean that you're just not afraid to make mistakes.
Not the absence of fear, but I think confronting your fears.
One of my favorite quotes is by Mary Ann Radmacher. It says, courage does not always roar.
Some days, courage is the little voice that says, I'll try again tomorrow.
Courage truly means so many things. Overcoming challenges is the very essence of sports. But there are times when adversity comes after the whistles have blown and the horns have sounded, and it's devastating. The Courage Award is given to an athlete who has faced tremendous hardship, and through their strength and tenacity, were able to rise above it.
In 2018, a traumatic on-field leg injury threatened to end Alex Smith's professional football career and his life. After 17 surgeries, a lethal infection, and 2 years of grueling rehab, he stepped back into the huddle to help lead the Washington football team to an improbable playoff berth. Here to honor our recipient and present the 2021 Courage Award is a man who is no stranger to hardship himself, 2020 NFL Comeback Player of the Year, Alex Smith.
The Courage Award is presented by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute.
There are a lot of ways to define courage. For me, courage is like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. And the grace exhibited by our Courage Award winner is something to behold. Courage can be found overcoming a sudden and traumatic event, or conquering a lifelong condition in ways the rest of us can't even imagine. What makes this athlete truly amazing is that they shared their very difficult, very personal story in order to help the next person who has the same brutal hill to climb. They found a way to turn courage into something shared, something inspiring, something beautiful. And the recipient of the Courage Award of the Bayou region is Peyton Picot of Vanderbilt Catholic High School.
Peyton Piku has the true heart of an athlete. He was born with a condition called arthrogryposis multiplex congenital, which limits movement in his arms and legs. However, this has not stopped his drive to be part of a team. For the past 3 years, he has been an active member for his high school swim team. Although he may never break any school or state record, nor qualify for state finals, he sets goals each season for himself and pushes in the offseason to keep up with his swimming. This past year, he was able to compete in backstroke, even managing to lift his arms out of the water, which has been a challenge all of his life. He continues to shave seconds off his swim time each year and carries a smile the entire season. Although he's always last to finish a heat, he never backs down from a challenge and swims until he has gone the full distance.
Congratulations, Peyton.
Hey, high school sports fans, it's the Big Aristotle here to present some of the biggest awards of the night. So stick around. I've been preparing all week. I really hope I make Miss Swan proud. That's my fourth grade teacher. Definitely don't want to end up in detention again.
Hello, I'm Greg Stock. I'm the CEO of Thibodaux Regional Health System, and I'm here to congratulate the Coach of the Year, the Team of the Year, and all the athletes for an amazing year. Thibodaux Regional is a leader in sports medicine services, recruitment of highly trained, well-trained orthopedic surgeons, diagnostic services, surgical services, and all those services associated with athletics, in addition to how can we help athletes be healthier, perform better. So we have, a lot of dietitians and other people that are really experts in that area. And bringing all those together, we think is important to help the athletes actually perform at a high level. Thank you and congratulations.
We've seen so many outstanding individual achievements in all different sports from this past school year. But now we focus on the heart of high school athletics, the team. And a crucial ingredient for success at any level, the coach.
And to present our awards for the best team and best coach, please welcome someone who is no stranger to success, legendary coach, Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer has found success at every stop of his coaching career, including 2 national championships. He's the winner of multiple National Coach of the Year awards, and this fall, he'll make his NFL debut as head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Team of the Year award is presented by Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center.
Hi guys, we know that good coaches and teams of this world are judged by the wins and losses. But we all know that there's a lot more behind the scenes. Strategy, teaching, training, and a lot of pushing. But a coach excels when his or her team truly comes together as one. And you know, it doesn't matter what sport you play. There really is nothing like being part of an exceptional team. It's never easy, of course. Nothing worthwhile ever is. The hours and hours of practice, the growth of a unit, going through all the ups and downs, the highs and lows of a season together. When you become a great team, a special bond forms between the players, the coaches, and the support staff. That's like nothing else I've ever felt. Yes, there's some magic needed to make great coaches and great teams, but don't take this old coach's word for it. Let's hear from some athletes who know a thing or two about winning.
A good teammate accepts you as you are, yet challenges you to become even better because they see the best in you.
A good teammate is someone who wants the same amount of success for you as they do themselves.
A good teammate is unselfish.
Somebody who always stays positive.
The way you grow, the way your game grows, the way your IQ grows, a lot of times is off the basis of how you're coached.
A good coach is consistent.
A good coach is someone that can motivate you to do things that your mind doesn't even think you can do.
Good coaches understand that their role is not just to coach, but to teach, to inspire, and motivate an athlete.
Okay guys, they really did say it best. But now let's give out some awards to some who've proven they know what it takes to come together as a team and bring home the wins. Here are your finalists for the Team of the Year. In the Bayou region, Team of the Year is Vanderbilt Catholic Girls Outdoor Track and Field Team.
The Vanderbilt Catholic Girls Outdoor Track and Field Team made school history by becoming the program's first to win a state championship. The Lady Terriers finished with 89 points to win the Class 4A state title at LSU's Bernie Moore Track Complex in Baton Rouge on May 8th. The Lady Terriers won first place team titles in all but one track meet in 2021.
Congratulations, ladies. Very impressive.
The Coach of the Year award is presented by Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center.
Now for the Coach of the Year. Here are your honorees for the Coach of the Year. And the finalists are in the Bayou region, Coach of the Year is Kenneth Dixon of Ellender High School.
Legendary Ellender High School girls basketball coach Kenneth Dixon, who died at the age of 70 during the state basketball playoffs in March, left behind a lasting legacy in girls basketball. In 29 years, he led Ellender to 5 state championships, 2 state runner-up titles, and 11 state tournament appearances. He had a career record of 724 wins and 258 losses in 40 seasons as a coach. Under Dixon's watch, Ellender has sent nearly 40 former players to college on scholarships. Ellender will honor Dixon by renaming its basketball gym next season.
All right, guys, the moment we have all been waiting for. It's time to reveal the top male and female athletes of the year. Yes. These are exemplary athletes who have stolen the spotlight, dominated the season, and shown what it means to be unstoppable.
To give us a helping hand with the female athlete of the year is the all-time assist leader in WNBA history, the great Sue Bird.
Sue Bird has been a basketball superstar for more than 25 years. She earned the Naismith College Player of the Year and a 3-time Nancy Lieberman Award winner. Bird was the #1 pick of the 2002 WNBA draft, an 11-time All-Star, 2 NCAA championships, 4 WNBA crowns, 4 Olympic gold medals, 4 FIBA World Cup titles, plus a dozen or so International League titles.
Hey everybody, Sue Bird here. We've arrived at my favorite part of the show. Female Athlete of the Year brings together the best of the best, all in one award. It's kind of like that scene in Endgame when all the female heroes assemble, only instead of lasers, swords, and tricked out suits, you gals have sports equipment. But you get the idea. The point is, you have all excelled in your individual sports. You have all overcome obstacles standing between you and success. And you all have earned our lasting admirations. So really, there is no downside here. Just one of you gets a little bit more of an upside. But you all leave tonight winners. All right, let's meet our finalists for Female Athlete of the Year.
Ella Chestnut, a junior from Vanderbilt Catholic High School. Kiana Gabriel, a junior from Central Lafourche High School. And Emery Prentice, a junior from Vanderbilt Catholic High School.
And the Bayou Region Female Athlete of the Year is Emery Prentice of Vanderbilt Catholic High School.
Emery Prentice soared with the best in the country as a pole vaulter for Vanderbilt Catholic this school year. She set a Class 4A record at the State Outdoor Track and Field Championships when she cleared 13 feet 6 1/4 inches. She was 4th at the State Indoor Championships, but later eclipsed her personal best 4 times to win the event at the Mac Vault Academy's Texas Indoor Championships in December, clearing 13 feet 4 inches. In the spring, she doubled up as the Class 4A champ in the triple jump. The talented rising senior also serves as a co-captain on the Vanderbilt cheerleading team.
Congratulations, Emery.
Now let's meet the contenders for Male Athlete of the Year. With so much incredible talent on display, we needed somebody of equal stature. So our final presenter of the night needs no introduction.
Yeah, but we're gonna give him one anyway, because if we don't, I know he'll call us out and he'd say, "Hey, there's Rutledge, why did you throw the Dealers some love?"
Wow.
So here to present our final award of the night, the one and only Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal, the big Aristotle himself, is feared by opponents and loved by millions. Shaq's combination of size, speed, and strength led to 4 NBA championship rings, an MVP title, 15 All-Star Game appearances, an Olympic gold medal, and a first ballot invite to the Hall of Fame.
What's up, everybody? Diesel in the house, representing for all the major athletes out there in high school. It's time to give out the Best Male Athlete Award. Anytime somebody wants to put the word best next to your name, that is a major sign of respect. It means they know you do hard work to be great, but also you pay attention to detail. It means you rise to the occasion when your team really needs it. It means you make your parents proud. So let's give it up for the male athletes who are vying for the title of the best. And the finalists for the Male Athlete of the Year are
Savion Jones, a senior from St. James High School. Jacques Rathley, a senior from Edie White Catholic High School. And Mason Smith, a senior from Terrebonne High School.
And the Bayou Region Male Athlete of the Year is Savion Jones of St. James High School.
A standout in 3 sports, Savion Jones contributed to the football, basketball, and track and field teams at St. James. He made the biggest impact in football, where he was named the Bayou Region's Defensive Player of the Year. One of the most sought-after recruits in the country, he'll continue his football career as a defensive lineman at LSU. Competitive in every season, Jones earned Class 3A All-State honors in basketball, and in track showed off his wide array of athletic talents in the high jump and throwing events.
Congratulations, Savion.
What a great night. We have had so much fun celebrating your accomplishments, and we want to thank all the parents, guardians, teachers, and role models who have helped these amazing young adults get to where they are today. You're all so important.
Exactly. And to all the athletes, coaches, and winners, congratulations.
Yes.
Until next year, that's a wrap.
Yes.
Some advice I'd give to my high school self would be don't sweat the small stuff.
I would tell my high school self to take time and enjoy the little things. High school flies by, and before you know it, you will be an adult. So have fun and enjoy the time with your friends and family.
Well, there's a couple things. I think one would to tell myself to be yourself. And a lot of times that's a lot easier said than done, but I know looking back, I was like every other high school kid, trying to figure things out, you know, seeing what your friends are doing, seeing what your family's doing, trying to see where you fit in. And I think a lot of times as kids, you know, we don't have the confidence to just be who we are.
Only surround yourself with people that you respect, that you love you back, that support you. You've got to have positive enforcement in every way around you.
Continue to be a leader and not a follower. Continue to do right things in the community, in schools, around other student athletes.
It's supposed to be fun. Work hard, put everything into it, but make sure that you have joy when you compete. It's not about the outcome, it's about competing with all of your heart for something that you love. The outcome, the results will take care of themselves if you do that. So make sure you have fun with your team, rejoice in each other, rejoice in your talent, and just go for it.
I think I would tell her first and foremost to enjoy the process and have fun and stay present in the moment. And then I would say to challenge herself and to kind of run towards her fears and get uncomfortable. I think that that's where people learn and grow the most, is making mistakes, taking advantage of the mistakes as an opportunity and learning from them.
My advice would be make the most of your high school experience. How you do that, it's about people, it's about relationships.
Be yourself and be a leader before being anything.